Let's deal with all the stigma about being gay, about being heterosexual who have sex with men, bisexual, brother on the down low. So we have all these gamut of stuff we have to deal with. All these issues plus the issue of growing old, the stigma of growing old. So we still have all that to deal with.
We were to have this conversation 10, 15 years ago, which isn't that long ago as you think about the evolution of a disorder and its influence on a population. Our conversation would be very different because at that point in time, it was very hard to treat the actual virus of HIV.
You know, it used to be that having the virus was a death sentence, and now people live for years. I've known men and women that have had HIV and AIDS for over 20 years.
Especially those that are in traditional churches that are struggling with just mentioning the fact that they're gay is hard enough, let alone to mention that they're HIV positive.
And even today, while we know a lot more, and folks are a lot more educated, there's still a lot of stigma around the virus.
Just because you're 50, that doesn't stop you from having sex.
A lot of women, once they've reached menopause, don't and no longer need to protect themselves from pregnancy, aren't as concerned about using condoms.
The 55, 60-year-old, there's a lot of chronic substance abuse, lack of personal motivation, and those are major barriers to someone having a healthy outlook or even being willing to take medication.
Well, I think the most prevalent problem is low self-esteem in the gay community. I know we all want to be loved by someone. Well, God teaches us that love is the greatest thing of all. And for a lot of us, we're reaching out for love, but reaching out to the wrong people at the wrong times and in the wrong situations.
One person I spoke to who was in a senior's home and was explaining to me how these young boys would come to the senior home right at the point in time when everybody got a little bit of money. And when they got their money, what happened? They show up because they realized you got these seniors that wanted to have sex. And they would get an opportunity to have sex with them, get some money, and that's how they go get their drugs. So seniors become vulnerable in many ways beyond just, you know, the flim-flam person trying to take their money. You got drug users that believe that this is a great way to get hold of some money because this is an older person who believes very strongly that they are no longer useful and everything else, and they will pay to have sex with someone.
Senior citizens, period, get pushed to the side. But being out open homosexual gay person, not only you get risk of being pushed aside, but isolated from the community because all the focus on youth, 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 youth.
My heart's never too many to get to my head. She loves sometimes, don't bring no shine. She will
Reach out to your family, reach out to your church, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out.